What up, y'all? New episode, new week. Incorrectly correct. We in here. Before we get started, my new little script, I guess. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure I gotta make sure I iterate that, man. Reiterate that every single time that I start this or even when I end it, man, because it's needed. Anyway, you know how we do it, man. We get right into it. And y'all see the motherfucking title, man. Y'all know what's going on. Hey, I'm gonna start with a question. Why is it that so many times, and we've seen it, we've experienced it, we was on both sides of this one time in our lives. Like, why is it like so easy for a stranger to show up and show out when it comes to supporting or helping or just, being there for you and with you than it is for your peoples. You know what I'm saying? And me, man, like I like to dive deep into these things because I don't like to just take it as a easy answer. Like it's got to be something deeper than that. I don't like to just be shallow. But also, I dug deep into my mental and I have my theories, you know what I mean, on why. But this is why I want to talk about it because as far as me trying to understand it, I think of it like this, like, okay, so there's a stranger, you meet them, they down with what you doing, they rock with it, and then it's like they're gonna show full support. You know what I'm saying? And when I say stranger, I don't mean it like just a regular schmo off the street or something. I'm talking about somebody that you're just getting to know. You don't know them that well. You're getting to know them. They're new in your life. You know what I'm saying? But they there. And you start analyzing, yo, man, like this person is really showing up. Hey man, my peoples don't even show up like this. What's that about? And it used to confuse me to the point where, I would get annoyed or maybe even angry. But now I'm understanding, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Cause when you think about it on a psychological tip, that stranger, right? They're just getting to know you, man. So they don't have really much of a long term history with you. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no emotional history there, right? It's just something that they see, they rock with, and then they're gonna show support. With your peoples. You know what I'm saying? Close friends, family members, what have you. Like they have history on you, right? And it don't matter how much you maybe evolve or elevate who you are, who you used to be, or the shit that you did in the past, it still lingers in their brain, man. And they won't let it go. And rightfully so on some points. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense. Like, yeah, I would love to, but man, I remember when this motherfucker did this or this motherfucker did that. I ain't trying to put myself through that again. Now with a stranger, it's like they don't have that on you. You know what I mean? So they see all the cool shit. They see the evolution of you. You know what I'm saying? They see the new person that you're becoming. They don't know nothing about who you were. And I'm like, that make a lot of sense, right? Because I used to be like, with strangers, somebody you don't really know, you don't really put a lot of marbles or a lot of eggs in that basket because you don't know this person. Like I don't really know you like that, man. To be like trying to help you out with shit or show up for you. I don't really know you like that. You would think with percentage numbers wise, right? Like it'd be less chances that somebody who barely knows you would show up the way that they do versus your peoples, they used to like inhabit my brain. Like, I don't even make sense. You know, I'm like, why? Why? Because it's some people that I know, and they would ask me those questions. Like, man, I met this dude, or I met this chick, or I met this person, and I'm letting them know what I'm trying to get into, what my little goals are. And man, these motherfuckers is really messing with me, man. And it's like I can't even get that from my own peoples. Like I've had those conversations, and I used to be at a point where my shoulders would go up. Like I don't know. I don't know why that's what it is, man. Like I'm sorry, I really don't have the answers because for a while it didn't make sense to me. It'd be like, yeah, your people should be the first people to support you. So I don't know what to tell you, but I know now. And I could be wrong, but this, it's just my theories. Like, well, think about it like this. I've known you for a long time. Yeah, you listener. Me and you, when we got history, we go back. You know what I'm saying? And I may know that, you know what I mean? You have this thing about you where things look good, sound good, and it feels good in the beginning. And then I feel drained because it's like, man, it sounds like a broken record. How long do I want to sit around and hear this song? Especially if the song ain't good. You know what I'm saying? Y'all peeping the metaphor there. So like your close people, like they've heard this song so many times. And it's not even a good song. They tired of it. So they done turned the radio off. Metaphorically. Right? So think about a newer person. It's their first time hearing this song, so they like it. Oh, this is a cool song, man. You know what? I rock with this, metaphorically speaking. So that's my theory. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. Why, you have these endeavors and the people that you expect to show up don't show up is really nothing you should take personal. It's something you should, look back on and try to do yeah, I get it because I did say that I wanted to do this and it didn't work. I did try this and it didn't work. I did try this and it didn't work. And your people's is like, I'm sick of this shit. So it used to be a time where I would be upset because somebody had come to me with these questions or this conversation. I would have nothing for them. And now it's like, I got something for them. Then whenever I dug deep, man, I went and did some research and see if there is like a deep rooted reason for this, right? Here's what I found. Strangers see your need. Family see your history. See, I was saying that earlier. Right? A stranger meets you in the present moment, but your family or longtime friends, they see who you used to be, mistakes you made, roles you've always played, expectations they've already formed about you. Right? We already went over that. Then familiarity reduces urgency. Right? So I'm reading this, man. This is a psychological phenomenon where people become desensitized to someone they constantly see struggling. Damn. Think about that. Now, as you hear that, I want you to think about a time where you said that to yourself, like, well, damn, man, my people don't even hold me down. There's why. There's a reason right there. Right? Because a stranger might think, man, this person really needs help. But then your peoples is like, man, they always go through stuff, man. They'll figure it out. And that don't mean they don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's because like repeated exposure, like it normalizes your pain. It normalizes everything. So it's not that they don't give a shit. It's just like, bro, right? Like I said, the song. And then when you think about like the dynamic of your family, right? Family systems, they're emotionally complicated every time. And that's not even and we try not to speak on this show because it's perspective based. So we don't go off the whole, man, this is what it is and that's what it is. No, it's always like, well, why this? Why that? Questions? Oh, you see it this way, I see it that way, right? But this right here is kind of like, you can't go around this. This is actually factual, right? Because your family dynamic it emotionally complicated, right? So when you think about your family or your close peoples, they carry resentment, they carry competition, huh? Guilt, right? Old wounds that aren't healed, jealousy, right? It's I ain't gonna say it's hard to say, but it is it's kind of like no one wants to admit these things like resentment, competition, guilt, jealousy. They don't want to reveal themselves as that. So think about the act they got to put on and make you feel a certain way about yourself because they are a family. But inside, or they are close friends, but inside, that's what they got towards you, man. I want y'all to think about that. Have you ever came to that conclusion? Like, it's probably jealous. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, they got some guilt, and it's hard for them to face me. Like, you don't really know which one it is, but those things are real, right? Think about it. What if I ain't gonna say what if because this could be a truth. Let's just say helping you forces them to confront their own failures, right? To confront their unresolved guilt, right? Forces them to confront their fear of being used by you, right? It forces them to confront that imbalance in your relationship, right? We talked about wounds, past conflicts that they never got over. And it comes up every once in a while, and you're like, when are you going to get over that? It's hard, man. It's hard. And like I said, they got history with you. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to get over even those little things to even try to show up and show out for you. Right? But then when you think about somebody who you don't really know, the stranger, the one that's going to help you, they help because there's no long-term cost. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times it's temporary, right? Because it's only that until they see something that they don't rock with and then they step back. But it ain't like they deal with it longer than your peoples because your peoples are your people. They're going to be with you. You know what I'm saying? From the start to the finish, but they're going to have their gripes. Let's be real. Right? So for strangers, it's temporary, low risk. It's not complicated. Right? And then it's morally satisfying. How many times have you helped somebody and you just felt real good about yourself? Like, I don't even know this person and I was able to do this for them. Right? We've all been there. So when I did the little deep research, I'm like, oh, that's why. So people, if you got something going and you're really looking for help from your loved ones, your close friends, you know what I'm saying, your relatives, your cousins, whoever, aunties, uncles, mom, dad, sister, brother, try to go into your mental memory box, man, and see where you may have done something that even the evolved you think about it, like, oh, I wouldn't rock with me either. Work on that humility so you can see why they wouldn't, and you won't be so mad. You know what I mean? So If you listening and all the people who I've had conversations with about this topic, there you go. There it is. It's right there, man. I just laid it down. That's why it's hard. That's why it's always, you know what I mean? Not it. You get complicated. I mean, you get confused, and there it is, man. Now you know. All right, the more you know. NBC. I don't know if y'all remember that. All right, look, we gonna get into this other thing, man. That I see a lot, and I won't go as far as say that it pisses me off, but it's like it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? It's very displeasing when I see things like this. Um, Fellas, we got to do better, man. I'm dead serious about this. We got to do better because we have this thing with our ego, and I'm pretty sure I spoke on it before, but it got to be spoken to the masses more often because it got to be a normal conversation to have. You know what I'm saying? Where me as a fellow fella, I gotta holler at my fellas, man. We gotta grow. We gotta evolve. We really do. We gotta do a lot better with ourselves. We gotta start with us. To hell with, how we treat the people in our lives, and then we gotta start treating ourselves better. We gotta care more. You know what I'm saying? And I know that we're simple creatures. I know it's so easy for us to just be like, man, whatever, just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to deal with this right now. I gotta keep grinding. I gotta keep going. And trust me, I get it. I fully understand. Fully understand that. At the same time, bruh, we without, you know what I'm saying, we subconsciously can't stand who we are. We subconsciously can't stand how other people get to be and we're not allowed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm dead serious about that one. Like, people get to be a certain way and it's acceptable. And in the society we live in, it's not really acceptable for men to just be men. It's just not. And this is not me trying to um set up some type of versus situation. This is just how it is, right? Or how it always seemed to be. It's hard for us to just be who the fuck we really want to be. At the same time, men, find a way to balance your I care and your I don't give a fuck. Like, you gotta find a way to balance that, right? Make sure when it's I don't give a fuck, it's valid. You know what I'm saying? Your I don't give a fuck has to be valid. There's gotta be some weight to it. It just can't be paper thin. It just can't, right? So with that balance, you're able to be whoever the fuck you want, and you're not doing yourself a disservice. The hell you talking about? I got it. Let, let me just say this. I seen something that kind of like pissed me off or angered me or annoyed me. And I had to say, hey man, do I speak on this? Or do I just keep it pushing as men do? Man, just keep it pushing. Ain't got nothing to do with me. But deep down it kind of do, and this is why. There's behavior out there that we just accept, right? Because like I said, in this society, it's hard for us to just be who the fuck we are. You know what I mean? We can be who we are around the people we know, of course, because they know us. But you just can't be the way you are to everybody. But you got to find that balance. And so I seen some shit, man. I seen some shit that I'm like, what What is that? And then I'm like, okay, how can I say it to where I'm still authentic about my thoughts and everybody can understand it? You know what I mean? And I found a way because I would think about who I would want to have as my partner, you know what I'm saying, as my lady. And if that's not what it is, then I ain't fucking with it. And I'm gonna speak my piece. Then I think about the young women in my lives, and I got nieces, and I'd be pissed, and I get on their ass if I seen them doing the shit that I seen, because that's not how you're supposed to carry yourself, young ladies. You know what I mean? So now my gripe is rooted in something that's very substantial. So now I can say how I fucking feel about it, and it doesn't look like any type of hate or bashing or anything of that sort. And although it is, I have valid reasons, right? I got younger female siblings. I'd be pissed. Yeah, they grown, they got their own lives, but that's not how you go about it. Want to know why? Because I am a man. So there you go. And I seen a post. I'm just scrolling, and there's a lady, man. She just got her body all out there, and her caption said some shit like, uh, something about attention. Like, I don't chase attention, and it's like, yeah, you kind of do. Matter of fact, scratch the kinda. Yes, the fuck you are. What do you think that picture is? You screaming for attention. So no, you're not chasing it. You calling it. You calling it out. You know how your grandma, your mama used to call you when you was down the street? That's what she was doing with attention. She's screaming for it. Talking about I don't chase attention and your ass all out. Knock it off. Now, with that example, which was something I really saw, and it really kind of upset me or annoyed me, I can say what I feel as a man about that, because I would hate to see my nieces, my younger female siblings, even my older siblings, like the women in my life, or somebody that I'm calling my significant other. I would hate to see them posting like that where everybody can see it and then say some dumb shit like, I'm not chasing attention. Knock it off. So this ain't me just solely focused on what I saw. This is me letting men know we got to find that balance to where it's valid. Yeah, I put a T on valid instead of a D. It's valid that I say how I feel, rooted with those reasons. If that's making any sense to y'all, I hope it do. Because I need men to find that balance, to stop being afraid of being who you are. If there's some real validity behind why you're saying what you're saying, then say the shit and don't be scared. All right? That's what I want to get at. I was able to get at both men and women at the same time. I don't know if y'all peeped that. I'm here, man, all day, well, all week, or whatever you want to call it. I hope y'all caught that, man. You know what I'm saying? I threw that little fishing line out there with the hook. Man. All right. Because damn, it's rampant. It's out there. We got to find that balance, man. And we're treating ourselves better when we finding that balance. Because now we're just not hauling off and just being ignorant. You know what I'm saying? We got balance. We got balance to the reasons why we are who we are. Right? Let's find that balance. And we good out here in these streets. You ain't got to be walking on the eggshells all the time, because at the same time, with the way society treat us as men, it's hard for us to let our nuts hang, man. It's hard. The people who love you, they'll fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't talking about them, because the world got to accept you. As you accept yourself, now the world got to accept you. Right? And then we can't get that acceptance if we always feel like we got to teeter around shit. Man, I ain't fearful of nothing. Especially when it's about something that I see and I want to speak on. All right? I'm just saying. Are we gonna get into something that we don't do as much, or rarely? But boy, I will say this, man. These conference finals, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I don't watch it as much as I used to. But from what I do know, with the four teams that's left to try to make it to the championship, to the finals, the matchup is nice. The matchup is nice. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, Cleveland showed their ass, and they about to dance with New York. Oh boy, New York is looking good, real good throughout this whole playoffs. They've been looking real good, just smacking the shit out of teams. So I can't wait for that. That matchup gonna be crazy, with New York's backcourt and Cleveland's backcourt. This is gonna be fun to watch. I'll be pissed if it's not. I'll be upset if it's not. But I got a feeling it's gonna be a great series. These are the best parts of the NBA, to be real. It's the playoffs, right? Because you get a sense of that old feeling of play. Like, it ain't so soft and sensitive as the regular season goes. Like, more fouls, or not even fouls, more physicality is accepted in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Where you know what I'm saying? Y'all in the paint, and y'all elbows is flying, or shoulders, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's not malice, it's just to create space, get the fuck up off me. You know what I'm saying? Like, or are you strong enough, or defensively gifted enough to stop me? Right? You got that, you know what I'm saying? You got that dog in you, cool. Let's go. Like, this is the playoffs, especially this deep into the playoffs. Yeah, yeah, we're allowed to see a little bit more physical and more grinding. You know what I mean? And man, when you talk about that West Coast, that Western Conference, sheesh, the Spurs and Oklahoma Thunder, like, two young teams, two young, hungry teams. That's always dope to see. You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it, man, when you watch basketball as much as I did, like the youth, it was hard to watch them. Be real. It was hard to watch them unless they was like that. And a lot of times the youth ain't really like that. The vets got to make sure that they know all the ins and outs and things of that nature. But we got some youngins that's out here being dogs, man. You know what I mean? Boy, I'm excited. I ain't gonna lie. I know on this podcast we don't speak on it too much, but I'm excited. I am. It, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game one, Spurs and the Thunder, double overtime. That's the I'm talking. That's playoff basketball, man. We going deep into our bags, man, to win this game. The Spurs end up coming up on top, and then you think about it, man. They won on the road. That's man. That's very, very, very big on their part. Like, now they got the upper hand. Like from right now, they have the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? And I never really watched. Like I said, I don't watch basketball anymore. I just do highlights. I don't watch the games. I do the highlights. And I'm watching this dude Wimby, man, and I know that people call him the alien. And yeah, man, this dude 7'4", got a handle, got footwork. You know what I'm saying? He got that aggressiveness. That's man. I know he a stick figure. I know he's skinny and everything, but man, the way he was dunking, like, what's happening? Man, I seen him catch a lob. It was so fucking strange to see. But he's 7'4", man. The dude is super tall. Like, they just threw the ball up and in one motion. It was all in one motion. You would catch an alley oop, you know what I'm saying? And then as you catch it, now you're gonna dunk it however you're gonna dunk it. But with this, it was like one motion. It was almost like they was shooting the ball to his hand, and his hand just dump it into the basket. It was crazy. He did it like 2 times with like 2 players draped on him. You know what I mean? Trying to jump with him. It was just crazy to see. I ain't never seen nothing like that. And you know what I'm saying? So it's exciting. I'm geeked out about the playoffs, man. I really am. This look like it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I can't wait to see how the game go with New York and Cleveland. That's gonna be fun, man. That's gonna be fun to watch. I can't wait. I can't wait. And if it's a ass whooping with New York, man, then it'll make sense because they was doing it this whole playoffs, beating people by 40, by 50. It's like, what is going on? Are the teams even trying? You know what I'm saying? Like, they going through beating everybody ass. So yeah, man, I don't really speak on sports, but I gotta speak on that. Basketball is my favorite sport, man, and it's good to see some good playoff basketball with great matchups too. So that's what I'm excited about. I can't wait. Can't wait to see the ending. Who's gonna make it to the finals? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna be the champion? Because out of all teams, I feel like they're very deserving, right? So that's no matter whose win is, like, they earned it. I don't see anybody being upset about whoever wins it out of these 4 teams. For real. For real. Really good shit to see. All right, man. I gotta talk about this. Absolutely have to talk about this. And here's why. For one, a lot of people need that clarity. For two, I care. I care enough to speak up. So I I don't know if you guys really know or really even give a fuck, but I'm gonna speak on it. All right. We spoke on a little bit of it earlier with relationships upon close friends, family, and how support is there and is not there or whatever the fuck. To my family, y'all know who y'all are. In case y'all don't know, even if y'all do know, but y'all just need to hear me say it. Yeah, we getting deep, people. Um, Psych. I love y'all, and that's it. I love y'all, and that's it, man. Like, I really do. Because to the listeners who may not know this, man, like, with my siblings, We have no parents, right? And when I say this, I mean no mom, dad, no grandma, granddad, like none, wiped out. It's only us. And how we're, I ain't gonna say prospering, but the way we're pushing through, man, yeah, our Canadus is awesome. It's very awesome because I look at my big bro, my big sis, my other big sis, and I look at their offspring, meaning my nieces and nephews, right? None of them are prison bound. None of them are druggies. None. To where you see that it's a issue. Like, man, goddamn, like I gotta bail this person out again, and I don't mean like out of jail or prison. I mean I gotta bail them out of the situation they in. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's not there, right? None of them are in situations where, like currently, are in situations where death, prison, or anything like that is present. Man, they are doing pretty good with themselves, and I am proud of that. And I am very proud of my siblings and how they handle shit and how they held it down and how they hold it down and how they got some real decent children, man. I love to see it. So no, this wasn't no super deep secret exposing thing. I know y'all thought that, you know what I'm saying? I like the way I set that up. Y'all probably thought that, but nah, man, I'm being dead serious. All my nieces and nephews, man, they out here being great citizens to society. You know what I'm saying? They're career bound. They do have jobs. They have talent that they're working on. They got skills that they utilize. You know what I'm saying? It's just beautiful to see. Beautiful. Do we have hiccups? Of course. That's how life works. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there's gonna be some setbacks. That's just how life works. You know. However, all in all, man. So I'm name dropping this episode. And I'm sorry, but Carlo, big bro, shout out to you, man. Good job with raising the way you raised your children. Love it. Onika, big sis, love you, girl. Love the way you raised your children. You know what I mean? Via, older sis, man, the way you raised your children, bruh, like, man, I tell you every time, they're just they're just good all the way through. You know what I mean? Not all the way because we, like I said, we got our hiccups, and a lot of it stems from how we used to be coming up. I ain't got children, but what I'm saying is, as as humans, like a piece of us go into our seeds. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's our hiccups, our shortcomings that pass us through them. But I gotta say it, man, because you sit back and you think you got friends, you got people who you know they they got children that's just either in the system, going through the system, or they got uh, drug problems, drinking problems. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they just all messed up out here in this world, and we all have. And we, and be real, none of the siblings have that issue. None of my siblings are in and out of prison or on drugs or have a device that they heed to so much that it just fuck up their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like that don't exist either. And I am super proud of that. And I know our parents are looking down and they're super proud of it as well. So, you know, like I said, I don't usually do this type of stuff, man, but I got to give y'all props. I just absolutely have to because y'all are amazing, amazing, and I just got to let y'all know that. Yeah, I want to talk about something real quick, man. The movie been out long enough, and I'm no movie review dude. I just might be, you know what I'm saying, because everybody got their own little opinions on things, man. But I'm gonna talk about it, man. That Michael movie, the Michael Jackson movie that came out recently. Let me just say this, man. As a genuine fan of his music and his impact on the world, movie is off the motherfucking chain, man. Off the chain. Young Jafar Jackson, bro, you kicked ass. You kicked ass playing your uncle, bro. You killed that role, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie, man. You did a great fucking job playing your uncle, man. For real, you did him justice, man. And if anybody walked out of that theater and thought otherwise, and you're just a hater, just like there's no space for anybody to be like, nah, I wasn't that good. No, because you're lying. That shit was off the chain. Everybody who I know who's seen it said the same thing. So that gotta mean there's truth, right? Now, we're gonna go off the people who are deep fans and not just surface level fans, like the ones who so invested in Michael Jackson to where they want to know everything, like the stories, the backstories, the who he was when he wasn't on stage or in the recording studio. And you know what I'm saying? You know, all the little small things, but you know, impactful things in their lives that average fans don't see all the time. People who do the research and they want to know, okay, why did this happen and how did this happen and how did that happen? Like those type of fans, those type of fanatics, man. I'm talking to y'all and I'm speaking for y'all. Sorry, I know I'm not the ambassador, but I'm speaking for y'all. The movie was ass. just, just gonna be real, man. And I mean it on this level, man. The movie was ass on this level. There's a lot that was missing, and then a lot of stuff that didn't make sense, right? And then there's a lot of stuff where it was a lot of pouring on, and it's just like, all right, all right. Not to say we get it, move on to something else. No, but it's just like, all right, God damn. You know what I'm saying? All right, look. There's a scene, the very beginning. The very beginning. I can't say that this ain't true, but I can say for people who know certain people or know how certain people get down, like we know these things as life experience, not just, you know, individuals. Life experience. There's a scene where in the very beginning where he's looking outside, wishing he can go out and play. And his daddy like, get over here. It's time to rehearse, get these steps right, or whatever the fuck. So I had to jump. They just like, all right, we're about to paint Joe as this villain that we're gonna hate throughout the movie. That's exactly what they did. We're gonna hate Joe Jackson throughout this movie. All right, that's how the writers wrote it. That's how the director directed it. All right, that's how the producers produced it. We're just gonna hate Joe Jackson. All right, so at the very beginning, we got to make sure y'all know that Joe Jackson ain't shit. I'm like, nobody is gonna. All right, so Joe Jackson ain't shit from the jump. And then when we cut to when they met Barry Gorey for the first time, and he's about to sing these songs, and this is from stories about Mike that we as deeply fanatics of the man, of anybody musically. You know what I'm saying? That you're so invested, you want to know all the stories. Did we not forget that Mike used to beg to be in the group? Because the group didn't start because of Mike. The group was already a group. Have we forgotten? We've forgotten that, right? Like, he always wanted to be a part of the group because he always wanted to dance and sing. He wanted to be a part. We forgot that, right? Like, so we didn't see the American Dream movie. I'm tripping, right? This is another Mandela effect that we going through. Because I'm just saying, you can't tell us in one scene that he really didn't want to be a part of it. He just wanted to be a normal kid. And then on another scene, he's in the studio and they got to keep telling this dude to stop moving. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to stand still while you sing, bro. You moving too much. This dude, he couldn't wait to display his skills to his daddy and his brothers. But we're going to look, that's what I'm saying. The director directed it this way. The writers wrote it this way, that his whole life was stripped from him. We get that part. That's a part of being a child star. Yeah, your childhood is going to be stripped from you because you're working. All right? Macaulay Culkin, Jaleel White. You feel what I'm saying? Olsen twins. You feel me? They're child stars, bro. Yes, they can't live a normal child life. He ain't the only one. So why would y'all paint it like that, man? Yes, people went through things, but why paint it so? Why drive that nail in so much? Now you done broke the wood that you was driving the nail through because you hammered it so hard, bro. Like, God, dog, we get it. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, I wasn't in their house. I don't know, but it's like at some point you got to be like, come on, man. You know, come on, man. All right, come on now. Everybody called ass whoopers. It wasn't just Mike. They all called them. What we doing? Then they don't even tell us how Mike and Quincy even met. Like, why Quincy wanted to work with Mike. They don't even speak on that. Just, here's the scene and I'm in the studio with Quincy. Like, what? Like, no. We're not going to talk about how they. Okay. All right. Bet. They gave little small parts of how Mike was genius about how he came up with songs and melodies. You know what I'm saying? Because although he didn't play all of the instruments, he knew exactly how these instruments are supposed to sound, kind of like James Brown. You know what I mean? They showed a little bit of that, but they didn't show enough. You feel what I'm saying? Showed a little bit, but they ain't show enough. The scene where he did beat it and the gang members was there. Boy, that shit pissed me off so much. It pissed me off so much because they put too much time in that. You know what I mean? Like, they put a lot of time into that. And it's like that was a whole, like, we're supposed to be talking about the man, and we already missing pieces. We on Thriller. We already missing pieces about Off the Wall. They ain't talk about how he was living in New York for a little bit in the disco world. Huh? They only show like one shot of him going to Studio 54. But it was just like, they didn't show why he made Off the Wall the way he did it, like a little bit of disco in there. When he broke away from his brothers and then wanted to do his own shit, they didn't bring that up. And it's pretty intricate to talk about when he made Off the Wall. That didn't come up. But we can put a lot of time into the gang members being there. And then it was so fucking cheesy. While one dude was, Mike, like, what you doing, man? And dude, I'm pop locking. This is called pop. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay. And then this nigga, yeah, and this is called a seawall. Like, shut the That was so goddamn corny, bro. I hated that part. I was sitting there in the movie theater like, for real, my nigga, this is what we doing. And that was just so corny. Like, stop making. I know you want to, how they call it, like you want to desensitize. You know what I'm saying? The gang activity, things of that nature. But these were certified motherfuckers back in those days. These ain't the dudes now, right? So that was just ain't that was corny as fuck, man. That's all I'm gonna say. And look, I'm gonna be honest. This is Mike Jack. You feel what I'm saying? This is like royalty. So yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of those dudes wasn't hardcore with him because it wouldn't make sense to be, right? It's Michael Jackson. And I wasn't there. I was not there. But I can almost guarantee you that no mother wasn't no crip dude talking about, yeah, and this the Seawalk. And then like just do it on command without nobody asking them. Knock it, man. Come on, man. That shit was corny as fuck, bro. As fuck. And they put that in the movie. So I just want to speak on that, man. It was a lot of things that they didn't talk about. And it seemed like they just jumped from year to year, song to song, album to album type situation. And it felt like that Tupac movie, right? Where it's like they talked about him, but it was only during this certain song of his life. Like at this song, when it came out, this is what he was doing. When this song came out, this what his life was. Like they didn't really, you know what I'm saying? That's how it felt. Now I heard that they doing a part two, and maybe they'll jump into that, and I'm probably jumping the gun. So my bad if that's what they're gonna do. I'm just being honest. That shit was ass. As a real fan, it was ass. Now, as a genuine surface level fan, amazing movie. Amazing movie. That other side of it was just like, hey, why we ain't talk about Diana raggedy ass in the movie? All right. Okay, my bad. I don't want to put. I don't want to speak on something maybe they didn't want to speak on, but why we ain't talk about her dirty ass? That's the song. Anyway, so maybe maybe they'll jump into it because there is a song on the bad album called "Dirty Diana." All right. Anyway, that I want to speak on those things, man. It's just a freestyle episode. We ain't got nothing real serious to talk about. We just talking shit. And I'm just talking my shit, man. It's just how it goes, man. But we about to jump into this special part of the show, man. Stain on my white tee. Boy. Stain on my white tee. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be man as I can be. My most valued, my most valued thing on this earth to me is time. It's time, right? I don't have a child. I don't have a wife. Time matters the most to me. As a man, as this man, let me not say as a man, as this man that you're listening to, bro, don't fuck with my time, man. Because there's a lot of times where I will fuck my time up. and I'm pissed at myself. I don't need you adding extra layers of madness by fucking with my time, man, because it is precious. We can't get it back. We can't get it back. So do not play with my time. If I say I'm going to give you some of my time, please don't take it for granted because I won't do it for you. I just won't. Let me give you an example. If I'm asked to show up for you and I go, yeah, no problem. That's me. I'm volunteering my time. That means I care enough to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that means as I'm doing this, why would you fuck with that? Why would you take that for granted? And we're all conscious enough to know that that person could have said no and just left it at that. But that person said yeah. So respect their time. Oh, you thought because that person said yeah to something that you want to do that they got all the time in the world or all the time in the day? No, it does not mean that. Give you an example. I'm gonna give you the reason why I say this. I get called in for an appointment, and I'm there, and this appointment, I really didn't have to be there, but I wanted to be there because there could be an opportunity there for me. You know what I'm saying? It could be an opportunity there. So yeah, I show up, and I show up ready. You know what I'm saying? I show up ready. I show up early on some just in case, right? And that just in case is something could happen while I'm on my way there. So I'm giving me enough time. Once again, time that I'm choosing to spend. And I'm here at this little appointment meeting, whatever you call it. And the motherfucker who's there with me is just on some bullshit. And I'm there like, okay, when's the opportunity gonna show up where I'm like, oh hell yeah, I'm supposed to be here. It never showed up. Right? Even right now. This was probably like a week and a half ago, maybe a week ago. Even right now, I am pissed that my time was wasted with this opportunity that never showed up. Why did you feel it was okay to call me for this for this for this appointment that I show up to? I show up early, I show up ready. I show up willing. Huh? I showed up able. And time was just wasted. Just wasted. I left that place without any spark. I left that place without any type of yeah. Or I'm glad I showed up. I ain't even leave there with a I'm glad I showed up. I left there pissed. Man, I could have been. You ever been there where it's like, man, I could have been this. I could have been doing this. Or I could have been. Man, please don't play with my time because it's like all I got. Okay, I ain't got much. It's all I got, man. It's my time. Please don't mess that up, man. Please don't take advantage of that. Please don't waste it. Right? You take my money, I can get money again. You feel what I'm saying? You take my car, I got insurance, I can find another car. I got robbed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't take my time. I can't get it back, bro. There ain't no time machine. I can't get it back. Don't take that. Don't take that. So people, value your time more. You know what I'm saying? Start saying no more. Maybe we can hold on a little longer to our time. You know what I mean? But please, man, don't play with my time, man. God damn. Hey, man. I appreciate y'all showing up, man. You know what I'm saying? I can get these things off of my chest. I get to just talk freely with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just freestyle an episode. I hope y'all learned something from a lot of these things, man. Like the help from strangers versus your loved ones and your peoples, sports people, right? With the series that's going on right now in the playoffs, right? Um, Taking time to appreciate your family and letting them know. Mm, y'all need to do that more, man. Pick up the phone and call them. I don't care how long it's been since you talked to them. Just pick up the phone and call them. Pick up the phone and call them. All right? Let them know. Because don't nobody know you like your siblings. Nobody on this earth know you. Not even your parents know you the way your siblings do. All right? Call them up. Let them know that you care. Let them know that you're thinking about them. It'll go a long way. Trust me. Okay? And to the movie lovers, man, if you feel like I spoiled the movie for you, I doubt it though, because, man, I'm just me. My opinion ain't really, you know what I mean? If I spoiled it for you, man, I ain't going to apologize. That's just how I felt. You know what I'm saying? Women, stop showing up wrong. All right, in this world, fuck social media. Stop showing up wrong. Men, find that balance within yourselves, man. Okay? So we can be better for ourselves first before we are for the rest of the world. You feel me? For real, I really mean that, man. I really do. And stop wasting people's time. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how I feel, man. I say it all the time, and I mean it every single time, man. There's only 2 of y'all that's listening. I love y'all, man, and I appreciate y'all. I really, really do. You guys are awesome. Like, subscribe, share, comment. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't feeling it, say that. Right? Like, this is a perspective driven podcast. I can't be the only one having the only thoughts on here. Y'all get in them comments and say how y'all feel, man. All right? I got elephant skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be no offenses. I don't care what you say. But long as you're being honest. Show up and say something, man. You know what I'm saying? Put this on your social media and be like, this shit was ass. I will like your post. I promise you, because it's your truth. You feel me? Or if you put up there like, man, I like this, I rock with this, that's dope too. Just do the shit. You feel me? I'm trying to build something here. And I need help with the building. I can't build a building by myself, bruh. Man, y'all already know how it goes, man. You know how we do this. We am.